Good day, I'm Cody Ann Barrett and welcome to Frontline Business. Jamaica's growth targets could be compromised in light of plans by the USA to impose tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. With the island's bauxite industry poised for growth, analysts say the expected move could not be at a worse time. More in this report.
The move is being interpreted as the start of a trade war by the United States, resulting in economic shockwaves for the local economy. The implication of the move by the USA was addressed by the fourth vice president of the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, Ian Neto.
If it got to the point where if it were implemented, it would have serious implications for us as a alumina producing country, because at the time when the Chinese are here to invest $6 billion in a plant and a port and the related industries that would naturally be an outgrowth. I mean, this is an area that we have been looking to, to see some of the growth that Larry spoke to earlier. And I think that it would definitely set us back.
And Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northwestern, Dr. Nigel Clark, said the move by the USA must be carefully analyzed because of the implications for growth in the Jamaican economy.
It's a serious development and one that we have to watch. Clearly at a time when the bauxite sector is just being resuscitated and where our growth projections are in a significant degree dependent on the increase in output from that sector, this is a development that must be watched, very, very, very carefully.
More than 100 Republican lawmakers in the U.S. implored President Donald Trump to drop plans for stiff and sweeping steel and aluminum tariffs as the White House prepared to formalize the measures on Thursday. Officials said late Wednesday that the plan would initially exempt Canada and Mexico. Kimberly Wright, Frontline Business.
Chinese entity Gisco, which owns and operates the Alpart refinery in St. Elizabeth, is aiming to upgrade the plant and increase its capacity to facilitate the export of a minimum one shipment of alumina per month. Assistant Managing Director of Gisco Alpart Jamaica, Sung Jing, disclosed that the company has already spent $150 million to overhaul the plant in order to commence production that will lead to it attaining the target this year. According to Mr. Sung, the company has already been able to export 2 shipments of alumina in just over 6 months. However, the Gisco executive noted that the outdated facilities present some challenges with respect to getting the plant fully operational. Additional workers have been hired in to help run the plant, although it needed 600 to 700 persons to operate. Gisco has employed almost 900 Jamaicans for maintenance, operations, and other activities. Gisco will keep the facility's operations going until the modification and upgrading project is completed. Despite recorded improvement in the Jamaican economy, most Jamaicans believe that the country is going in the wrong direction. That's the findings of a recent Don Anderson poll and President of the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, JCC, Larry Watson. He was asked what could be the reason for the disconnect.
The discontent that you feel and the negative towards the direction of the economy is that all of the fruits of the labor and the sacrifices that have been made are not being reaped by everybody. So, and it takes time. One can see this with the public sector wage negotiations and the difficulty that one has been going through the government in trying to negotiate, because they have the IMF targets to meet, they have their criteria that they have signed off on, not only this administration, but the previous administration, the primary surplus targets, and they have to hold tight to that. So, these things take time for everybody to reap the benefits. When you plant a tree, sometimes it takes 5 years for that tree to bear. And I think the discontent that is being articulated in the polls have really shown that we need to speed up growth.
In Thursday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index declined by 1,692 points to close at 299,062. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 51 stocks, of which 20 advanced, 22 declined, and 9 traded firm. The junior market index advanced by 6 points to close at 2,916. Among the winners were AMG Packaging and Paper, Caribbean Cement, Caribbean Producers, Cabreras Limited, and Dolphin Cove. Stocks declined for 138 Student Living, 1834 Investments, Berger Paints, CAC 2000, and Caribbean Cream. Stocks traded firm for Blue Power Group, C2W Music, Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances, Diamond Trading, and Main Event Entertainment. Wisynco Group Limited ordinary shares was the volume leader, with over 1 million units, followed by Victoria Mutual Investments with 754,989 units, and Caribbean Cement with 621,412 units. On the foreign exchange market, $1 is being sold for an average $128.70. The Canadian dollar is trading at $98.35, while it's costing $178.59 for the pound sterling and $159.28 for the euro. News in oil. Oil fell on Thursday following a sharp rise in the dollar, steering prices towards a second consecutive weekly fall against a backdrop of rising U.S. crude production and inventories. Brent crude futures fell 47 cents to $63.87 per barrel. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures fell 40 cents to $60.75 a barrel. Brent was on track for a drop of around 0.7% this week after last week's 4.4% slide. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Cody Ann Barrett. Regional stories are next after the break.